The art of screenwriting, tips and tricks. The art of screenwriting is an essential element of creating successful films or television shows. It is an elusive craft that many try to master, but only a select few can truly call themselves experts. Screenwriting is the act of taking a story and turning it into a script that can be produced into a visual medium for audiences to enjoy. In this article, we will go over some tips and tricks to help you become an effective screenwriter. The first thing to focus on is the importance of structure. Screenplays follow a specific structure, which is 3 acts. Each act has its own purpose, and they build on one another to create a compelling story. The first act sets up the protagonist and their world. It also introduces the central conflict of the story. The second act is where the majority of the action takes place. This is where we see the protagonist struggling to overcome their obstacles. The third act is where the story reaches its climax, and the protagonist resolves the central conflict. Understanding structure is fundamental in helping you create a story that flows smoothly from beginning to end. Without structure, a story can quickly become messy, making it difficult for audiences to follow. The next crucial element to focus on is character development. Characters are the driving force of any screenplay, and it is essential to create believable and well-rounded ones. The audience needs to feel invested in the characters to care about what happens to them. Make sure to give each character a specific personality and backstory to make them feel real. The protagonist should be relatable, and the antagonist should be a formidable force that challenges the protagonist. It is also essential to craft dialogue that is true to each character's voice. Dialogue should move the story forward while also making the characters feel real and unique. Each character should react to situations differently, and the dialogue should reflect that. Another crucial aspect of screenwriting is pacing. A screenplay should have a balance of action and dialogue. You must keep the audience engaged throughout the entire story. Too much exposition can slow the story down, while too much action can make it feel overwhelming. A well-crafted screenplay has a rhythm that keeps the audience invested in the story. It is also essential to keep the story focused. A screenplay should have one central conflict and a clear message. Too many subplots or conflicting themes can make the story confusing. Focus on the protagonist's journey and their growth throughout the story. This will ensure that the audience understands the purpose of the story while keeping them engaged. Another helpful tool in screenwriting is using visuals and action in the screenplay. Film is a visual medium, and visuals can help convey important information to the audience. Use visual cues to show character growth, plot points, and themes. Use action to move the story forward and keep the audience on the edge of their seats. Using formatting properly in a screenplay is crucial in making it easy to read and understandable. A poorly formatted screenplay can make it hard for a producer to understand the story, which can lead to it being rejected. Make sure to use proper formatting, such as slug lines, action lines, and dialogue formatting. This will help the screenplay feel professional and polished. Finally, it is crucial to take risks and be original in your writing. Many successful films or television shows have been born out of original ideas that take risks. Don't be afraid to take chances with your story, characters, or themes. This will help your screenplay stand out from the pack and make it memorable. It is important to note that the art of screenwriting is a continually evolving practice. What worked in the past may not work today, and what works today may not work tomorrow. As such, it is essential to stay up to date with current trends in the industry and continuously improve your skills. One way to improve your skills is to read other screenplays. Reading scripts from successful films and television shows can give you insight into what works and what doesn't. Pay attention to how the writer structures the script, develops characters, and tells a story. You may find inspiration for your own writing by studying the work of other writers.